Hi, I'm Eva Mori-Martino of lifestyle and motherhood blog Happily Eva After, and today I'm going to walk you guys through my DIY blow dry technique. Blow drying my own hair is a process that I didn't used to know how to do. I used to spend tons of money and time sort of driving to these blow dry bars and then sort of faking it as best I could when I was at home. But once I became a mom, I kind of realized that in order to save all of my money for those really overpriced cashmere kids' clothes, I wouldn't recommend that, I have to save money in other ways. So I decided to teach myself how to blow dry my own hair, and it's a process that I'm so glad I learned because it really has kind of upgraded my beauty game and made it so much easier for me to feel like $1,000,000 at home pretty quickly. So today I'm gonna walk you through the process. I'll show you my tools, my products, and sort of the technique that I use so that you guys can recreate it at home and hopefully save a few bucks also. Okay, so first things first, I will walk you through the product. You want to be using some kind of product when you blow dry your hair so that it's protecting it from the heat, from the styling, and also giving it just a nice luster when you're all done. So I like to use one of two products. The first one is the BB Repair, which is an amazing sort of serum, moisturizing. It's really protecting. So you would work about a quarter size amount through your hair before you blow dry, towel dried hair. Or if you want that extra volume, or if you need that extra volume, another great option is this volumizing mousse by Moroccan Oil, because it's really moisturizing, but it also gives you a really bouncy blowout. And this one's great if you're just going to be giving yourself a blowout without curling it after. It makes that, that sleek blowout really pretty. Okay, then our tools. This blow dryer is the bomb. I'm obsessed with it. This has totally saved my blow drying technique. One of the reasons why is it is so lightweight. You can also pack it really easily. But it's great being so lightweight because then you can blow dry your hair and you don't get tired, because blow drying a whole head of hair is a little bit tiring, and I think it's what discourages a lot of people. So this is great for that. Also, the brush. So I love using natural hair bristle brushes because they really distribute the oil down the hair shaft and make for a much shinier, bouncier, sleeker blowout. I use this one as a 1.5 inch boar bristle, but if you want a little bit more bend in your blow dry, you can also use one with a metal barrel. And then lastly, here is a curling iron. This one is by Dry Bar. I love this one. It's really protective towards the hair. I use this after my blow dry is done to kind of reinforce some curls and give it a little bit of movement in the front if I want something other than just that sleek blow dry. Okay, so first things first, you're going to want to sort of separate out your hair into sections. I like to take one section of hair on the top, do 2 little buns, and then with the bottom section, I do 2 as well, and that really helps me distinguish between my areas. So let's start with the first section of hair. I like to start with the bottom, makes it a lot easier. So I like to section this off again. So this is the back part. I'm just gonna put this back in a little bun. All right, let's start with this. So you want to use about 2-inch sections. This is what kind of makes it more manageable and gives your hair a lot of movement, is when you dry it in sort of smaller sections. Make sure when you blow dry that you are always directing the heat down the shaft of hair. Never sort of angle your blow dryer any other way during this process. And that really helps seal the cuticle and make sure that it's a sleeker and prettier looking bit of hair. So my technique here is that I'm really going towards the hair and I'm blow drying kind of at the root first to make sure that the root is really dry, and that's how you maintain the shape. So you want to make sure when your blow dryer is at this point that you're really blasting the ends right when the ends are on the barrel, and then kind of curling it in and blasting and then leaving it like that so that it creates your little curl. Now just hold it for a couple seconds. Okay, so we have our first little bouncy, smooth section. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat that. Now for these bottom sections, since it's going to be the underside of your hair, it doesn't have to be as precise, but you do want to make sure that it's all the way dry. Okay, so that section of hair is done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just use the exact same technique on all of the other sections of my hair. When you get to the top, you'll see me sort of blow dry above in this way, and that will really help add volume to your blowout and make sure that it's as bouncy as possible. Okay, now we're gonna do the top parts. This is why the really lightweight blow dryer is super important, because it can get a little tiring, especially if you have pretty long hair. So bear with me and let's do it. Here I'm just putting another section of hair back away so that I can really focus on this section. I like to do the front parts first while my arms still are feeling strong, because obviously the face framing parts of hair are the most important. You really want to make sure that you're blasting the roots of your hair when you have it like this, so that it gets really dry and you have lift in this section of hair to get your bounce. So it's really normal at this stage in the blow dry process, especially in the front if you have layers, for little pieces to fall out. Don't panic, you can just pick them up like this, put them back in your section of hair, and then at the very end when you blast your hair around the barrel, just make sure that all of the little pieces are right there. I'll show you how to do it right now. All right, now you're gonna take that out. Got some nice little movement. Okay, now if only we didn't have a whole other side to do. Let's do it. Almost done. So I just want to again reinforce this idea of really hitting the roots and then really hitting the ends, because you want to smooth the ends. So as long as you are shooting the blow dryer heat from the shaft towards the ends, your hair is going to look great. So for the front parts, you want to make sure that you're really getting obviously height in here, and that you're blow drying sort of up so that you have that movement. So there we go, all done. A sleek, nice, bouncy, simple blowout. I kind of blow dry my hair, I would say once every 3 or 4 days. I do shower more than that, I promise. Although these days with a newborn, maybe not that much, but no, I do shower. And then I just extend my blowout using a little bit of dry shampoo that you just spray at the roots, and then, you know, kind of brush it out from there. For a little bit of extra movement in the front, I'm gonna show you how I take a few face framing layers and give them a little bit extra movement with the curling iron to kind of fake that absolutely, you know, like Pantene blowout. Here's the curling iron. You're gonna take a piece of hair, wrap it around. You're gonna leave the ends out. This is a really important part of the step, because this is what makes it look, you know, normal and not like a crazy bouncy prom curl. And you're gonna alternate the direction of the hair. You definitely don't want to leave this on the hair on the iron for too long because you do want it to look like a blowout and not like curls. And you're just going to do the ones that you would see if you were, say, having a conversation with someone, or I don't know, like shooting a YouTube video. Okay, the last piece of this is you just want to make sure that you hit the underside of your hair a little bit so it doesn't look like, oh look, I have a little bit of curl in some of my hair, but not all of it. So it doesn't have to be a full curl, you just want to hit it so that there's a little bit of movement down there. Okay, so now that you've given your hair a little bit of movement, you just want to go in there and kind of just shake out the curl a little bit, make it so it doesn't look like, you know, part of your hair has been curled with the curling iron, even though it has. Smoke and mirrors, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that I've inspired you to attempt a DIY home blowout. I promise once you get the technique down, it will save you a ton of cash and also maybe a few extra minutes. Who doesn't need some more of those in our very busy days? So thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the Happily Ever After YouTube channel. And I leave the end out. This is what makes it seem really effortless and not like, you know, like a curly prom curl. Oh, this isn't on.
Oh no.
Okay, we have to wait 2 minutes until that.